Hello everyone, my name is Mustafa. I'm an associate professor at UFA University of Science and Technology, Institute of Law, and also legal counsel. Welcome to my channel, Mustafa Contract Law Hub, where I'm planning to tell you about everything you need to know regarding the contract law. Whether you are a student eager to learn or a professional sharpening your skills, or just someone interested in understanding contracts better, you've come to the right place. So let's embark on this journey and explore the fascinating world of contract law together. Today, I would like to speak about negotiation. As you see here, the topic that I brought here is mastering negotiation for contract formation. That is so important. In fact, mastering negotiation is a vital concept in contract law. I told you about many concepts regarding contract law and contract formation. In fact, when we speak about the concepts on the contract law like agreement, intention, capacity, certainty, and also offer, acceptance, and considerations, and so on, many of the other rules and legally binding contracts, in fact, all of them are related to the negotiation. I want to say, and I believe that the negotiation is like framework that we can apply all things we know and we need regarding a new contract, valid contract, and enforceable contract. So we analyze all of these concepts that I told you, and also I will tell you about them in other times regarding contract law, that we must apply them here. For example, you have negotiation process, or you want to negotiate about a new agreement, so you need about the offer to be clear, or you need regarding the acceptance to know about the details here, and also the process that you are managing, and this way must be clear. What kind of jurisdiction you have, and also what's the alternative, or what kind of law you must use, and so on. It means all this process, all these concepts that you know, or knowledge of contract law that already you have them, you must apply them through the negotiation process. And here is the field that you are playing. With these concepts you already know, and you must apply them to get to the common point between you and the other parties, or between the parties to the contract. So today I want to speak about 6 points that I outlined here, and you can see. Negotiation process to conclude new contract or valid contract. So for this negotiation process, I want to say we need some points that are listed here. And for a great, valid, and enforceable contract, we need to do it in best way. So today, I don't speak about all the details, just here some general things that you need to know about them. If you are legal counsel, professor at university, or if you are a student and you need to know more and more to make a clear future for yourself. So this generality is important in this way to make new contract, valid one, enforceable one. So preparation is so important, and make an offer, and also bargaining or communication, and counter offer and adjustment, and reaching consensus, and at the end, we need legally binding contract. We have legally binding contract, but the way by the process that I will tell you, and I'm telling you today as well. About preparation. So we must be prepared for this negotiation. Without preparation, you don't know what should you do, what must you do, and what kind of elements you have. So you must prepare something before entering a new negotiation or before entering the negotiation process. You need to research about all things, all aspects, what kind of elements we need to know about them to have legally binding contracts. For example, what kind of legal systems you have, so what kind of jurisdiction you have, what kind of codes or laws are applying here, and you must search about all of them before entering negotiation. And in addition, you need to know about your objectives, your goals, and not only about yourself, about the other parties, to analyze the situation of what can you do, what kind of offers you can make, or what are the acceptances here for this type of offers, and so on. So the objectives are so important to be clear, and also the research about all aspects around these negotiations. And it's not the only things, because we need to know about the alternatives if you are an offerer. So maybe your offer is not pleasant for the other party, and you must make alternative here. So best alternative is the alternative that's not only based on your interests, but also it's convincing the interests of the other parties. So it's important to make some alternatives for the time that your first offer or initial offer is not a good one for the other party, and you need to make another one. And you see, these are so important, and also about the issues that you need to know. What kind of issues are negotiable, what kind of issues are not negotiable, and you need to know about them, because something based on the interest of your company or based on the special jurisdiction or laws or codes, you need to know about all elements, that how you can make a legally binding contract by negotiation, or maybe these elements are not negotiable and you can't go through them. So you must analyze case by case. But at this time for preparation, you need these 4 stages that be prepared in good way. Also, making the offer, as I told you, is so important, because I believe good offer at the first make good negotiation. But if you try to make an offer that is only based on your interests, I think it leads to bad situation, bad negotiation. So this first point is so important, to fix everything from the very beginning, and then make it step by step in better situation. So the first offer is so important, but don't worry if your first offer is not so pleasant and acceptable by the other party. You can manage this situation by the way, case by case. And here, make a good offer based on your interests and the interests of the others, that you play it, you make this, if I want to tell you game, win-win, not only something interesting for you and don't think about the other party. No, it's not fine for such negotiations and for such an agreement. And also, you can see here bargaining and communication. I must emphasize that negotiation and agreement is not only about the knowledge of contract law. It's not about the law. It's not about the codes. It's not about the knowledge regarding the contracts. But you need to know how you manage the situation, how you communicate, how you bargain. It's so important because you must understand the person in front of you, and you must listen to that person in good way, and you must analyze the situation. You must make your offer in respectful way and see all aspects, analyze everything on the table, and then you can see this communication is so beautiful. Because as I told you, is not only about the knowledge of law, but it's about some skills that you got them and you can manage the situation between you and the other parties. And counter-offers and adjustments, you must have these options as well, because sometimes your offers are not good, and you must have it in your mind. Maybe the other party makes some counter-offers. If my offers are not good and the offer maybe makes some counter-offer, so as I told you, it's not the first offer anymore, it's another offer, it's counter-offer. And so you have another offer, you must see what kind of issues are important here, analyze the situation case by case. You see, this is the situation you must analyze about the offers, counter offers, acceptances, and all the elements, aspects you need to know. Reaching consensus. This point as well is so important, because after all things you managed and you negotiated about many concepts, and you see everything is clear, certain, and also there are some, for example, capacity, and also you have good offers, and you see it's acceptable, and all the parties to this contract are happy to have such a contract, to have such negotiations. So this is the process, and this is the time you are reaching to common points between you and the other parties. This point is so important, this time, because in fact you got everything and you are analyzing what kind of similarities you had, and you are agree about, and what kind of challenges you must solve them. So you see, reaching to this point is so important. And after here, you have good and valid contract. Here, formalizing the contract is the last point you must think about, because at this stage, you, in fact, went through all the previous stages, and right now you have maybe a good draft, not maybe, definitely, because you are at this stage and you prepared everything already, and also you had good offer, acceptable one, and also you got to the point that you agreed upon many terms, and maybe you made something based on your interests, but it's not only for you, because the other parties got some benefits, and maybe you make or incurring something is not normal for you, but it's based on the negotiation, because if you want to get some benefits, you must lose something. By the way, at this time you have a draft, and based on this draft is if everything is okay, you must analyze it again and sign it, and also trying to implement this, not trying to, must begin to implement this contract. So this process that I told you is a general one. We can speak about all details, and I'm trying to tell you about them, but here you need to know about the general issues. And here, key elements to negotiate. If you want to know what are the key elements, here you must know about the objectives, what kind of goals and objectives you have, and also about the effective communication. I told you is not only knowledge of the contract law, or it's not only about the objectives or goals for negotiation, but it's about the managing situation. It's about, for example, how you make alternative offer here, how you can managing the time, and when you must make this offer, when you have such unpleasant situation, how you can change the situation in good one. It's the communication skills, and you must get it through the time and by the case-by-case analyzing. And also flexibility is so important because a strict offer only based on your interests is not good, and you can't get good contract as you want, a valid contract, enforceable contract, because you must analyze many things, and this flexibility is one of them. You must see what kind of flexibility you can make because it's again based on your interests, but on the other hand based on the interests of the other parties. Everything must be analyzed, and trust and good faith is another thing in every contract that is really clear in cooperation. And also legal and cultural awareness is another one that is so important. Why I'm trying to tell you about the cultural awareness, because sometimes, as you know, the contract law is under private law. When we speak about private law, so we have many jurisdictions, legal systems, and every legal system we see the private law based on special codes, special rules, and so on. Because of this situation, we need to know about the cultural aspects as well, because the contracts many times are based on the civil law or codes, and the civil law or codes trying to speak about the cultural aspect of a society. If you try to make new contract or conclude new contract, so you must know about the culture of that society as well. For example, if you think about the Persian Gulf and the countries around the Persian Gulf, Arab countries, and you see these countries are countries based on Islamic law, like United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Oman. They have Islamic rules, and in addition they have other rules that they are not based on Islamic concepts. But if you want to know about to make and conclude new contracts, and you make negotiations, you in these countries, so you must know about the Islamic culture here, what is forbidden by the Islam, for example, or was permitted, because they have some special rules. And it's so important because maybe you make contracts that is not permitted in Islam, and you think it's valid based on the elements that you know, but at the end you see some special civil code of these countries that I told you speak about something that is not permitted in Islam and is forbidden, and so it's this contract in these countries is not enforceable unless you find some other ways and also adjust it and so on. So the cultural awareness are so important here. Thank you so much for joining me today, and it's the last time, as you see, as always, and I wish you the best. See you soon. Bye.